What's the most horrifying tradition your family expected you to pass on? I grew up in a campo in the Dominican Republic that taught me my looks were the only thing that mattered. So even though our family was a large contributor to the poverty statistic, my mom spent all her money on liposuction and fillers. And don't get me wrong, she was beautiful, had brown curls that didn't move, an hourglass figure, heart-shaped lips, but it destroyed her. And the second I was old enough to walk, my grandmother dragged me into it. She taught me how to wrap my thighs in plastic while I slept, how to suck in my stomach for hours at a time. Before any event that would have men attending, my mom brushed my hair with a hot comb. Sometimes it hurt so much that I could feel vomit rising in my throat. So while my brothers were encouraged to play baseball as their way out, my life was filled with beauty pageants, push-up bras, and learning how to dance, which really just meant throwing it back until a gringo finally decided to sleep with you. All my mom wanted was for me to find a nice tourist, puncture a hole in the rubber, and baby trap him. By the time I hit puberty, men at the Colmado started calling me Morena Linda and offering free sodas. My abuela would show me what to wear, how to seem effortlessly sexy in a way that tricked men into thinking I was innocent. My beauty was admired, but my brain was ignored. But that didn't stop me from my tiny acts of rebellion. I stopped saying gracias when men catcalled me. At the parties I went to before I turned 16, I managed to sneak in non-alcoholic beer. I even started reading books and studying at night while everyone was asleep. It always made me sad knowing I'd never get to use the knowledge, knowing girls like me didn't belong in that world, until one day when I met Preston. He was wearing a white and blue striped shirt, beige shorts, genuine smile. When he walked into the family business, my mommy was staring at me, so I was forced to follow the routine. I walked up to him, ran my hand down his chest, and asked where he was from. And instead of getting all flustered and flirty like every other man, he didn't even glance in my direction. "What kind of cologne do you guys recommend?" he asked, genuinely curious. For some reason, my guard came down. I stopped pretending to be a bimbo and actually spoke like a normal person. That's when the craziest thing I'd ever seen happened right before my eyes. The smarter I sounded, the more interested he seemed. For the first time, I got that butterflies feeling people always talk about. He was the first man I actually wanted. After he paid, he asked me to go on a walk with him. I don't even know why I agreed, but I did. And instead of asking me for a massage or a manicure, he asked me questions about myself, and when no one was looking, he slipped me a card. Turns out he was a journalist for a large media company. He invited me to go to Santiago and join a project he was a part of, one about women in the developing world. For weeks, I kept an eye out for a chance to leave and run away, but it never felt like the right time. Plus, I didn't want to abandon my family. But then one night, my cousin was over and enjoying dinner with me, Mommy and my abuela. Mommy disappeared into her bedroom and came out with a family heirloom necklace. "Your grandmother gave this to me the night before I married your father." She was smiling so bright that her face was practically beaming. And that's when my cousin said something that changed everything. "Mi amor, mi mujer, you look so beautiful." A feeling of dread filled my stomach. I looked over at my family expecting them to be just as shocked as me, but instead, they just laughed. That night, I took money from the family piggy bank, grabbed a bag of my clothes, and kept Preston's card safely tucked into my bra. I didn't tell anyone I left, just left a note that said I won't be anyone's prize. It took me almost 12 hours to get to Chile, but as soon as I walked in, I knew it was worth every second. Because for the first time in my life, no one looked at my body, just the notebook in my hand. When I saw Preston, his face lit up. He gave me $300 in cash and told me I could buy whatever clothes I wanted. I bought the baggiest outfit I could find, cut my hair short, didn't wear makeup. It was so unfamiliar that I was scratching my legs for the entire day, but I felt free. Preston helped me open a freelance account. I started learning from other women who had the same dream as me, to change the world. And one day while I was getting ready for bed, I got the call. It was Preston. He told me that someone had come in who loved my work. My heart raced and all logic went out the window. It was exhilarating. On the way there, I planned what I was going to say, whether I should hug them or not, but as soon as I arrived, I wanted to unalive myself, because standing right there was my cousin, down on one knee with a ring in his hand. Full story on channel, link below.